Hello guys, you're welcome to my YouTube channel. It's your girl Mildred Ofion. So guys, we are going to be talking about my childhood. So guys, don't forget at the end of this vlog, don't forget to click on the subscribe button, like, comment and share. So guys, let me start from you all know me. I'm Mildred Ofion from Cross River State, a graduate of University of Calabar, currently serving in Anambra State. So guys, growing up was quite amazing. It was quite amazing. So guys, this is what happened. My first school was Sacred Heart Cathedral, Cross River State. And I was this kind of quiet and calm girl. I don't talk much, so people tend to use me, my teachers. So going to school sometimes I'll end up staying or standing in the classroom till the end of the school period, and I'll go back. And the funniest part is that I'll not get to talk to my parents about it. I'll not tell anybody. It was continuously happening. So there was once I did something in the class, and my class teacher had to use a pointer to hit me on my hand. So that place was swollen up. So when I got home, my mom asked, my sister asked what was the issue. I explained to them, and my sister now, as the fight out the house, took me to school. She made problem, talked to the teacher, and that was the end of my school. Then at that school, so I was changed to a different school, Hillside International Nursery School, where I started there at my transition, and I finished there. I stopped going there when I was in my primary 3. So growing up, I became friendly, started making friends in that school. So I was this kind of person that if I'm not in school, my friends miss me, and anytime I'm in school, they will always tell me this one did this one did that, and we'll get to when we find out the person that was wrong, we now get to all gang up at that person, like we won't talk to that person. Even one of my classmates as at then, she said that she takes me like a goddess, like wow. So it was when I was in my primary 3. They noticed that this has been going on right from my transition, primary 1, primary 2, then primary 3, and they decided that all of them in the class decided to keep malice with me, and they were now saying I should now come and apologize to them, that I always do feel proud of myself. So I said no, I wasn't going to do that, because I was used to this being the boss, being the head of the friendship. So I refused to accept what they said, and it was just one of my friends, Yogo. The girl was the only one that was talking to me in the class, and guess what? I've been looking for that girl. I've been searching everywhere looking for Yogo, but can't find her. Oh, she's grown up now and she's still fine and okay. So guys, I end up leaving the school, changing the school to Evangel International School, where I become the assistant school prefect, and a lot of things happened in the school. It was fun. I participated in different types of competition, out competition, until I decided to leave. Why? Because I was moving to Oyo State, Ibadan, with my cousin. She came for Christmas, and when she came, being that she's someone I liked, I had to follow her down to Oyo State. And guess what? It was a funny and interesting experience of my life. Like, I've never stayed with someone on a distance except going for holidays at my cousin's place, but I actually had the experience of being with someone, growing up with someone. Like, yeah, it's not a good advice. So if you have any, you can take care of your child. So growing up at my cousin's place at Ibadan was quite interesting, because I get to meet a lot of people, and I get to learn a lot of things. And some people actually take Cross River State, Akwa Ibom, all to be like Igbos. They call me Omo Igbo. So I get to learn, and most of the times I'll try to tell them I'm not Igbo, I'm Cross River. They say all of you are known. So going to school, there was not like, it was tough though, because most of the time in the classroom they get to use Yoruba to teach, until I had to go and meet my principal of the school. Like I told the man, sir, I'm not understanding what the teacher is teaching, because she's actually using Igbo in the class, Yoruba in the classroom, so I don't get to understand what she's teaching. So that was when the principal had to call for a meeting, and they stopped that, which it was really glad. I get to start going for competitions. That's the kind of person I was then in school. But I wasn't comfortable staying at Ibadan and my cousin's place, because it wasn't what I expected. A lot of maltreatment. Like, it's not until someone pick up a cane and flog a child that is maltreatment. But you know, when they call silent maltreatment, that was what I was facing. So I had to move. Like, okay, I just decided that this will be the last time I'm staying here. At least I stayed for 1 year and 6 months at Ibadan. So it's quite I don't know the word I should use, but after staying there, I realized that staying with my growing up at my parents' place was something that it's very important for a child to grow up with your own parent and not someone else. So she actually wanted going back to Calabar for festive period, and she refused to carry me along because she knew I wasn't going to come back with her, because I already said that when once my foot step cross that state, I'm not coming back to Oyo again. So the next day she was packing her load to go. Like, she knew that definitely when she goes back they will ask her, what about Mildred? So later she now asked someone to call me and let me pack my things out. So when I came back, I didn't tell my mom everything, but seeing me, they already knew that I was not okay. So my dear guys, I just kept quiet. I was telling my mom I was going back, that she should get me a new phone. That is how she managed to buy me my first phone, which was this Itel mobile phone. So after that, I now told my mom, thank you for buying the phone. See this battle, I'm not going again. She was like, why? I said, I don't just want to go again. I don't just like the way she treats me. That was all. So she knew that I wasn't going to come, but she couldn't come and ask me to come. After some time, she wangled and came around, and my mom said she's not coming again. That was the end. So I get to stay back, and my mom had to register me in a public school. This fine girl attended a public school. So guys, let me tell you, after staying back and attended, actually I never wanted to go to a public school, but because of some situation I had to attend a public school, which my uncle was the principal of the school. So I started, and the school was not quite okay for me because there's too much of fighting and problem in the school. So when my uncle wanted retiring, he had to tell my mom to change my school. So I was changed to a different school. I started just in a different school. So starting the school, I was quiet, calm. I don't talk. Most of the time, my teacher would just carry cane to pursue me, tell me to leave the class, go and mingle with your friends. So even with that, I wasn't still okay. So even in that was after my JS moving to JS3, there was this competition, pageantry Miss Goshen. So my class teacher now said, you're supposed to go for this pageantry. I didn't want to because I was already a shy person. He said, this is your shyness, you must remove it, you must go for this pageantry. She forced me to buy form, to get the form. So after everything, I had to compete with. I was the only junior student at that day. So after the pageantry, I was supposed to be the first, like I was supposed to be the Miss Goshen, but because I was a junior student, it was hand over to a senior student, but I was still the first runner up. Because of that, I was popular, and because of that, people were like, no, Mildred is supposed to be the Miss Goshen. But since everything was supposed to be like that way, so I became very popular. So during my JS3, after my junior YA, I had an encounter with a school teacher, which, okay, what happened was that going to school very early in the morning, and senior students were like run up, and then I get to the assembly ground. There was there my vice principal and one of the teachers there. So the vice principal was like, why is your school uniform short? And I explained to her that we are already in our third term in JSP, moving to SS1. My mom said that she's going to get my uniform when I'm already in a new class. She now said, okay, the next thing is for the class, the other teacher to kick me with her Angola shoe. She kicked me on my tummy and I fell down. She was saying, if you want to die, you can die. I'll take you to the hospital. So she did that. She sees my sandals, she sees my school bag. So my day, I was rolling on the floor. The whole school was hot. So she did all those things and then took me to the staff room. Then she was now telling the other teacher that this girl that I was staring at her up and down, like I was making some eye contact with her. I was like telling the other teacher that I didn't do that. You know, when teachers are together in the same staff room, they insulted my life. So these people feel that when you're actually going to a public school that you're very poor, you don't have anything. So she was like, he was trying to ask me when my mom was working. I told them, he said, do you know I can one phone call, I can call and they'll make your mom lost her job. Like these people were talking plenty and they were even comparing me with their children. Can you compare this one with your children? So and now that thing really hurts me to the point that I said, in this life, I will make it. And that woman, when she meets me, but that was by the way. So I had to go to meet my mom at her office where she was working that very day, and a senior student had to lend me her shoe. I wore the shoe. I went to see my mom. My mom was surprised to see me in that mood. My mom, being that I'm a calm person, like my mom was, I didn't even finish talking, my mom was already crying, shedding tears. So that is when my mom now called my sister. She was working at teaching hospital, Cross River State. So my sister had to rush down. I'm the last born in the family, so they don't joke with me. My sister had to rush down to my school, meet up with my mom. They called and they called the class teacher. We met with the principal of the school. They now talked. She lied that she kicked me on my ass. That is when my mom said, you kick her on her ass. Why didn't you use a cane? You're supposed to use a cane to discipline a child, not kicking her on her ass. My dear, it was hot. The school was hot because my cousin was the former deputy governor of Cross River State. And when my mom said that, she was already shaking. And they started apologizing. She said, do you know that you're actually dealing with the little cousin of Her Excellency? She was already shaking. My dear, that was how it was. So the next day, they were now calling people, students to bring cane to school. And surprisingly, I was moving to SS1, which she was handling me in commerce. My dear, when I got to the class, when she came into the class to see me that very day, she was like, not when some of you, when a teacher discipline you, you now go and report to your parents, this, that she was saying. Most of my classmates, they knew what she was trying, they knew she was talking to me. So after that, she teach us the first week, the second week, the third week, and she decided to give us tests. And that test, she kept me on a desk, just me, while everybody was sitting two. Drop your bag. I wrote the test very well, and at the end, she marked. And when the class prep brought the test result, I didn't find my own. I was like telling the girl, you must provide my test script because I know I wrote this very well. So the girl now later, when she said she could not find my script, later she now checked again. She saw my script, which I scored 9/10. Now, do you know what happened since that day? the Miss Comments teacher. She did not show up again in the class. She didn't come again for teaching. Rather, she sent someone else. So that was it. So after everything, I moved on to my SS1, SS2, SS3, and I wrote my WAEC. So guys, I got my admission immediately when I dropped my pen as secondary school. So I got admission into the University of Calabar. So guys, I'll get to talk about my life in campus some other time. So please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share to my YouTube channel. Love you guys.